Hi, welcome to my first video. Today we're going to be making this crochet blanket right here. It has this nice little bow on top to tie it together, and this other bow in the center as well, which you can see right there. And if I flip it over, you can see it has a very nice chunky roll, very satisfying. But anyways, let's get right into the tutorial. Here are the materials you will need. You can choose any color of yarn you want, but I went with blue and pink. Now we're going to start the slip knot by bringing this yarn over our 2 fingers and over again to make this X. Then you're going to pull the top part, make a loop, and pull that bottom loop through to secure the tight knot. Then you can pick up your crochet hook, put it through the hole, and tighten with those 2 strings to ensure that your hook fits. Now we can take our pinky and wrap it around that string. Take our pointer finger, wrap it around, and take your thumb and hold on to the knot that you made with your slip knot. Now you can yarn over and start to chain. You should do about 100 stitches and put a stitch mark every 25 stitches. So here we have our 100 stitches, and I put a stitch mark into every 25 to keep track. Just like that. Now we can go back and start doing our half double crochets into all the stitches. So what you're going to do is you're going to yarn over, put it into that first loop right there, yarn over again, pull that through, yarn over yet again, and pull through those 3 loops. So you have a half double crochet. We're going to repeat that again, go through that top hook with your yarn over again, pull through, yarn over again, pull through those 3 to get your second half double crochet. As you can see right here, I did this for about 11 rounds, which used my whole yarn ball, so I had to get another one. And there's my cat. And here she is yet again, getting in my way. She's very cute. If you ran out of yarn like I did right here, and you need to keep going with your new yarn ball, you can take your crochet hook, put it through that last loop right there, make sure you're in the right spot and that you can get it through. You're going to take your new piece of yarn and wrap it around the top of your hook and pull it through that loop. You can make sure that there's a little bit extra at the end so it doesn't fall out. Then you're going to get into crocheting position, like I'm showing you, and you're going to do a half double crochet. Now you can keep half double crocheting until you finish that row, and we're going to switch to your second color. As you can see here, I finished my 11 rows and I need to close it off. So you're going to do a single chain, and you're going to leave it like that for now. Then you're going to take the hook out. You're going to elongate that part so that it doesn't fall out. You can cut it properly. You're going to grab your scissors. You're going to cut. You're going to put it through that loop to tie a secure knot so that your stitches don't come apart. Then you can cut the remainder off so that you have a nice tail that you can weave in later on. Here we are going to take our new yarn and we are going to stitch it in so that we can start with our second color. We're going to put our hook through the last stitch we just did. We're going to put our yarn around our hook and pull it through. Then we're going to pull on that tail end so that it doesn't come out when we start to stitch. Here I have my yarn connected to my first color, so I can chain 1 and proceed to do half double crochets throughout the rest of that row. And I'll meet you there when I'm done. So here is my finished blanket so far, and I have the top a little bit thicker, and I decided to chain onto the bottom, which was a little bit harder, but I have a couple rows on the top and 1 at the bottom. Now I have these frayed edges from stitching on the extra yarn since I ran out, so I can take my tapestry needle that I showed earlier, and I can put it through my yarn piece. Now we can stitch it back into the pink part of my blanket so that it doesn't show up and it doesn't get in the way. Now I can take the string that I weaved in and I completely cut it off since it's weaved in and it won't come apart. I can repeat this with the rest of the yarn ends and make sure that my blanket looks nice and clean. Once you finish weaving in your yarn ends, we can move on to the 2 bows in the front. To make the bow that secures the blanket at the front, we can start by making a slip knot like I showed earlier, by making an X, looping that front loop over, and grabbing the bottom loop to make a knot. Now, with our hook secured, we can chain about 35 to 40 times depending on how big or how long you want your ribbon to be. Now, once you have all of your chains, you can make a knot at the end of your chains by cutting and tying. I messed up the cutting a little bit here. Making a secure knot, and leave the ends on this time, since they'll help contribute to how long the bow becomes. Now, if we roll up our blanket and go to the side where we want to secure it, we can measure out our chains to ensure that it's long enough to tie up our blanket properly. By wrapping it around, you can see that there is just enough for me to make a proper bow. Now that we've measured and checked that our chains are long enough to go around the whole circle, we can tie on to make sure that we don't lose the bow and that we can make sure that it's easy to carry around. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through one of the stitches and we're going to secure through one of the loops on the chain so that it can connect. We're going to take our yarn, we're going to pull it through those 2 pieces, we're going to bring it back out to connect it. Now that we have our yarn through the chain and the blanket, we are able to do a chain, or as many stitches as you think you need to secure the ribbon onto the blanket. Once you've finished securing your ribbon to your blanket, you can take out your scissors, cut the yarn, and tie a knot with that loop. You can also loop it around your knot a couple times just to make sure that your ribbon is really secure. Now for your middle bow, you can remove all the stitch markers besides the one at the 50 stitch mark or the halfway mark to make sure that we can get it right at the center. Then, to make the actual bow, chain about 15 or 20. Now, we can tie the chains into a nice, pretty looking bow. Now we're going to take our hook and put it through where that stitch marker is. We can remove the stitch marker. We're going to take our yarn, loop it around the hook, and we're going to pull that through. Now we're going to push it through the 2 loops on the bow right there, and we are going to do a slip stitch. So we have it just like that. So now our bow is secure, and we can stitch a couple more times just to make sure it doesn't fall off, but our bow is now on the blanket. Now, once you feel that your bow is secure, you can take the hook off and we can start tying our knot. Now we're going to secure the 2 pieces coming off of our bow and make sure that it doesn't fall off. So we're going to go on the stitch underneath and loop it through the chain at the end of your bow. Then you're going to take your yarn and slip stitch that you have a loop that connects the end of your bow and your blanket. Now we can secure our hook and do another chain or slip stitch so that the ribbon end does not fall off. Then you can repeat this on the other side as well. Here's the bow secured on both sides and our blanket is finally done. Quick recap of what we made: we have a bow here that is secured on the back that can be tied and used as a cat toy as well. It has a little bit of pink at the top and bottom and a very nice bow in the center. So if you untie it and then unroll it, we can see that our bow is right there and we have a very nice, good cat blanket. This is our finished cat blanket. It is very nice, very easy to transport, and your cat will definitely love it. Thank you so much for following my tutorial, and hopefully you like, subscribe, and continue following for future videos. Now let's see what my cat thinks of the blanket. She clearly loves it. She seems very happy with it, and hopefully your cat will be happy with it too if you make it. Thank you!